So the first card you've got for your past is Justice. So yeah, I've got this. This is all about balance. It's all about balance. It can be about court cases, things like that. What I'm getting here is I'm feeling a lot of emotion. I'm feeling as if you're out of balance for a long time. Very, very out of balance. I'm actually getting a big web of emotion. It's almost like you were trapped in this web and you couldn't get out of this web. And I think what happened was you physically left. You physically left someone. It was like, I can't be in this anymore. I have to leave. And so you physically left. But I think when you left, you still felt connected for a long, long time. It was like you felt connected to them. You couldn't stop thinking about them. And so it was like a trap. It was like this big trap. And it's like, when am I going to get out of this trap? I've left them physically. I've moved on. I'm still stuck there. I'm still stuck where I was. It's very frustrating. Very, very. And I think with Cancer, you're such a deep thinker. You're such a deep, deep, deep feeler. Very, very spiritual. Very deep. You're just very deep all round. So, you know, I think when you fall so deeply that you can't just click your fingers, and no one can do that, but I think it's even harder for you to get out of something once you've fallen. It's almost like when you think of those divers and they dive all the way down to the bottom of the sea and it's so dark and they're not sure which way's up and which down. Very scary feeling. And I think that's how you are. You're diving deeply down into this love. You loved this person and you didn't know how to get out. You didn't know where the up was. You didn't know where the down was. And that was for a long time after you left them. And you can see that you've got the Hanged Man there as well. So you're out of balance. You were stuck where you were. And you're really trapped in this for a long, long time. And I think when you're with this person, I'm getting this feeling of, oh, I'm at my best. I'm at my best. I feel my best. I look my best. I'm just on top of the world. On top of the world. That's how you felt when you were with them. And then when you had to leave them, you felt the opposite. And you can see this Hanged Man was up one way and then he was turned upside down. So when you had to leave this person, it was turned upside down. And I think you really went from feeling your best to your worst. And I think, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but I think it might be a bit strange. I don't know if I can explain this properly, but this is what I'm getting. It's like, I think it might be a bit of a subconscious thing that's inside you if you're still struggling with this. It's like, if I let go of this, if I let go of this person, I'm letting go of the memories. I'm letting go of the memories of when I felt my best. And if I let go of that, I'll never feel like that ever again. I felt like this around this person. I felt the best about myself when I was around them. And I can't see myself ever feeling like that again. What I want to tell you is you're going to feel even better in the future at some time. You absolutely are. You're on your way there. I keep on getting this little tiny seed. I keep on seeing this little seed, like a little bud of a flower. That's what's there now. It's very slowly growing. It's going to get bigger. It's turning into a big flower. It's going to turn into a big rose bush. Rose bush of manifestation. Red roses are about manifestation. So at the moment, you probably can't see that. But you are going to feel better about yourself in the future, because feeling better doesn't come from anyone else. If you've got love around you, they enhance who you are. But it doesn't come from them. It comes from you. And you've got this light. This is going to sound really strange, but this is what I'm getting. You've got lots, because you feel so deeply, you've got this beautiful light source inside you. That's what I'm getting. It's like this beautiful light, this beautiful spiritual light inside you. And that's why you feel so deeply. That's why you think so deeply. That's why you get into everything so deeply. I think what you've realised is you've had a lot of people that have been drawn to that light. Some of the people who have been drawn to the light have been good people. Some of them have been not so good people. It's just like, like that saying, this is what I'm getting, like a moth to a flame. So sometimes if you've got a flame or you've got a light going on outside and you've got all these bugs, sometimes they attract beautiful butterflies. And they're the good people. And sometimes they attract horrible bugs and things like that. And you've attracted some of those people. And the good people are attracted to your light because they love you and they see that light, they recognize what's in you, and they love you, and they love you for that. The bad people are attracted to your light because they want to take from you. And I think that's what you've realized in this past year. I think you've eliminated a lot of those bugs out of your life. You've also eliminated this axe out of your life. And it's sometimes there's the good side to that, obviously, is that you've gotten rid of the bad and you've kept the good. The bad side to that, I think, for you is that, well, there are a lot of these bad people around, a lot of them, a lot of users, and now I'm very alone. Even though I know they weren't good for me, I feel very alone. It's like, you know, I do all the calling, I do all the texting, I do all the arranging, and suddenly, if I'm not the one to call first or text first, let's wait and see who reaches out to me. And that didn't happen, if that's you, or it's a situation kind of like that. And I think that might be how you weeded out some of these bugs. But you don't want bugs around you. Nobody wants bugs around you. I don't want bugs around me. I'd rather have a butterfly. So even if you've got one butterfly, even if you've got two butterflies, it doesn't matter. You'd rather have that than 100 bugs. So you've done the right thing. You've done the right thing from moving on to all these people. It feels like you're kind of out a lot of that emotional web now. I think you're a lot stronger now than you were. I think you've moved on from this axe quite a lot. There's still a little bit of that there, but I think you're a lot stronger than you were. I'm getting that. So I'm not sure. You might still be struggling with this. I'm not sure, but you're a lot stronger than you were, and I think you need to know that. Someone needs to know that. Now, what I'm getting here is, for someone here, I'm getting working, I'm getting studying for some people. So it might be work, it might be a career for some people, it might be studying for some people, or it might be both. It might be that you're training, or it might be that you're in some kind of formal study and there's a job at the end. So it could be several things for different people, but it's some kind of work, job related study thing. So now what I'm getting here is, if that's you, especially if you're studying, because I'm getting this for someone here, or if you're in work or something, or you're going along that kind of path. Now, yeah, I'm getting studying. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm getting studying for someone here. Definitely getting that. Now, you're on this path, you're in this thing that you're studying, or whatever it is, or that you're training. Now, there's lots of kind of up and down. There's lots of kind of, I'm not sure if I'm in the right place. I'm not sure if this is what I should be doing. I'm feeling a little bit, I don't have a lot of confidence around this. I know this is what I'd like to do. I know I can do this, but I'm really lacking in confidence. And it's, some of you might actually be thinking of leaving. You might be thinking, oh, it's, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I can do this. I might actually leave. Now, if that's you, don't leave. This is what I want to say to you. Don't leave. You're on the right path. You have someone who is not on the right path, who's around you. That's what I'm seeing, if that's you. So this is very specific for someone here. Now, someone is around you. Obviously, you haven't gotten rid of all the bugs, because there's someone still around you that might be criticizing. Now, they might be acting as if they're trying to help you. They might be saying, oh, I'm just here to advise you. I'm just here to tell you. I'm just here to help you. But there's constructive criticism, and then there's destructive criticism. And I think what they're doing is destructive. I think they're like, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. But it almost feels like they're around you all the time. They're kind of breathing down your neck, and they're waiting for you to do something wrong. They're watching everything you're doing. They're criticizing. It may be that they've said some things to you in the past, and those critical words are still in your head. So it may be that they're around you. It may be that they're not around you. It might be that you've gotten rid of this bug, but the words from that bug are still in your head. And they're saying, you can't do this. You're doing that wrong. That's wrong. This, all that kind of thing. It's still in your head. You've got to find a way to either eliminate that person, get them out of your life. I really think it's that serious. You've got to get them out of your life, or you've got to get the words out of your head. You've got to get their face out of your head that's criticizing you. This is a good tip, actually. I know this is going to sound really silly, but it's worked for me before, so I'll just tell you this. If you've got some horrible person that's standing over you, criticizing you, whether it's a boss, whether it's someone where you're studying, whether it's a parent, it might be that, someone around you criticizing you, and they've got this nasty face and they're looking at you, just imagine them with a pink cupcake on top of their head, and then you'll laugh. So that kind of alleviates how ridiculous they look, especially if it's a big burly man or something like that. That's what I do. But you've got to get the voices out of your head. Critical voices are actually the devil. The devil stops you from moving ahead. The devil is that voice that says you're not good enough, you're doing this wrong, you'll never do anything, you'll never amount to anything, you may as well leave, you may as well give up now. Now, if you're studying or if you're working or if you're training towards something, even if you've failed, even if you failed the exam, even if you've got a very low mark on an assignment or something like that, doesn't matter. You can pick yourself up and move forward. And I think if you get rid of those voices, if you get rid of that person, if they're still around you, or whatever that is, you will find that light inside you. You'll find that light where you're able to grow. And I think what's stopping you, I think what's really holding you back, and I think what might be making you fail, if that's what you've done, is the critical person, the critical voice. It's not you that's made yourself fail, it's that critical voice. And once you've eliminated that, your confidence will get higher. You'll see yourself being able to do this. Yes, you might not get all A's, you might not be top of the class or whatever, but you'll go, you'll pass, you'll get this, you'll get it finished, and you can do this if that's you. Or anything else you want to do. If it's not studying, if it's your job, if it's anything. If you've got that critical voice inside you from someone that's been around you, eliminate that. Do what you can to eliminate that, or don't be around that person. Just do whatever you can to get your confidence back and get that light inside you and see that light that's actually inside you. So I hope that makes sense to someone. I know I went off a bit, but hopefully that makes sense to someone. Sometimes I go off and I start seeing things and I go off and then I think, does that actually make sense? I hope it does. Okay, so the first card you've got for your presence, this beautiful, beautiful strength card. Now, all these cards all the way down here, they look amazing. Very positive cards. Strength, beautiful love, beautiful care there. Temperance card, it's all about healing, rising up out of the ashes, getting a positive, going to a positive place from a negative one or a not as good one sometimes. And the Hermit's all about knowing yourself, getting that wisdom and really spending that time. And again, the Hermit is the light. He's carrying the lamp. That's what's inside you. So, okay, so before I talk about all those cards, my eye's just being led between the Strength card, this card, and the Page of Swords again. So what I'm getting, looking backwards and forwards between the two of those, I'm actually getting this feeling of that there's someone you moved on from. Now, it might be this axe that I was getting in the Justice card. It's someone you've moved on from. It doesn't have to be, but it feels like it might be them. I'm getting this overwhelming feeling of guilt. It's like, I'm so guilty. I've got all this regret. This is what I'm getting. I regret this so much. I'm really unsteady by myself, which is what that Page of Swords is. He's all by himself. He feels really unsteady. He's not himself. And, the Strength card shows me how much you've helped them. You've tried to help them. You've tried to do a lot for this person, and they're starting to remember all that. They're starting to remember that. The other thing I'm getting is they might have taken something from you. I don't know whether that's your confidence. I don't know whether that's your heart they stole. It might actually be a physical thing that they took from you. They're very guilty about that if that's you. And yeah, you do go back and think about this, and I'm getting this, how could they do this? How could they do that to me? I really trusted them. I really did. So yeah, again, I'm getting this helping. You put everything into them. You help them. They might have cried next to you at one time, I'm seeing. You might have held them when they were really upset about something. Lots of emotions. I'm seeing lots of emotional help. I think you messaged them. I think you called them. I think you sat there late at night or at a time that wasn't convenient to you. You sat there listening. You sat there helping. You sat there doing that for them, and how do they repay you? Very badly. And, you know, I'm surprised the Tower's not here, actually, because I think they did something that really shocked you, that really hurt you, actually. And right next to this Strength card here, you've got the Eight of Cups on the right. And the Eight of Cups can be, you know, it's a very dark card. It's about longing. It's about, oh, I can see that person walking away. I really miss them. I'm looking through this wall of cups, and I feel very emotional, and I really have all this regret. So that's how they're feeling. So what I'm getting here is sometimes that Eight of Cups can be about, you know, this man's walking away and he comes back around this hill again, and he comes back around again. So I think what's going to happen is they're going to come back, they're going to come and talk to you. I'm seeing an apology here because I'm getting all this guilt that's welling up inside them. It's overwhelming, and it's like it has to come out somewhere. It has to come out. I have to say this. So I think if that happens to you, I think when this apology comes to you, and I think it will, or some kind of apology, or I'm sorry, I'm so guilty, it's something like that. You know, I think you're going to deal with this quite well, actually, because you've got this beautiful Temperance card here. And again, the Temperance card is all about healing, getting through something, getting through the worst and rising up. So you're very strong when it comes to this ex now, this person who's coming back. So I think what's going to happen is you might keep them at arm's length for a while, especially at the beginning. You know, they might come back and apologise or say something. You'll say, well, oh, I need to stand back from this. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this yet. You know, I'm going to be a bit like the hermit and get some time to myself before I say anything, and the hermit's down the bottom again. Or, you know, like this hanged man, I'm going to sit back again and just think about what I really want. Do I want to talk to them? Do I want to accept their apology? Do I want to just not talk to them ever again? That's all up to you. You know, the ball's going to be in your court. It's going to be up to you as to whether you want to even talk to them. And just remember, don't let this person make you feel guilty. They feel guilty, but don't let them kind of project that guilt onto you. Don't let them make you think, oh, they've apologised, they're nice now. And if I don't accept that apology, I'm the bad one. No, don't think that. It's totally 100% up to you. You're in your Strength now. You're in the Temperance card. You know, it's the ball's in your court. It's up to you to do what you want. So really take that time out and really think, you know, not what do they want, not what do they expect from me. What do I want? How do I feel? So really think about that. So I'm getting this. Okay, I'm getting some other kind of work-related thing again. I don't know if it's related to this studying thing that I was getting before. It feels like something else. It feels like something. It feels like maybe you're doing something that's like a side thing. Maybe it's a hobby. Maybe it's something you do in your spare time or something like that. It feels like it's something creative. So it might be something that you're thinking, you know, I love doing this and I've always wanted to do this full time. You know, imagine if I could do this full time. You know, it might be painting, it might be music, it might be acting. It's something creative. I don't know what it is, but it feels like something creative. It might be writing. And you're thinking, you know, I'd love, if I could do this full time and get paid to do this, I'd be so happy. So if that's you, what I want to say to you is, again, get the voices out of your head that are telling you you're not good enough and that you can't do this and that you'll never make any money out of this. It's just ridiculous. You know, I've been told that. I do art, and I've been told that all my life. You'll never make any money out of this. I've been told I'll never make any money out of tarot. I've been told I'll never make any money out of all kinds of things that I have. So for you, you can make money out of this thing that you are doing. If you're sitting there on the weekend, you know, doing painting or writing or something like that, or whatever it is you're doing, could be anything, and you're thinking, I'd love to do this full time. What I want to tell you is you can do that. And the other thing I want to tell you is, we're in a time where you can do just about anything and make money out of it. When you've got the internet, when you've got YouTube, when you've got all these different things, you can do that. And just, we're at a time where, you know, but okay, I'll give you an example when it comes to painting. I do painting, I make art. So there was a time, I've had my art in galleries before. Now, when you put your art into a gallery, you don't just walk along to a gallery and say, here's my painting, please take that. No, you have to build up a reputation, you have to have an agent, you have to have someone a lot of the time, or you used to have to. And so it's hard work. It can take years and years and years to get a gallery to even see you, to even recognize you. And then on top of that, you've got to sell things. And then say if you want to be an art teacher, which I do as well, if you're going to go out on your own as an art teacher, or this is how it used to be, you've got to find the space, you've got to hire the space, you've got to advertise it, you've got to find the people. They might cancel on you, you might lose your money, all kinds of things that happen. But now with the internet, you can do that and reach thousands of people in the one room, and you can teach to all those people, doesn't matter where they are. They can be anywhere in the world. So you can see now that there are all these opportunities available to you that weren't available years ago, that maybe these negative voices are telling you, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, maybe you couldn't years ago, but go away. We're not years ago, we're now. We are here in the now. So what you've got to do is, if this is you, you've got to really think laterally. You've got to think, how can I make this work? How can I make this work for me? So sit down with a piece of paper, just write down every kind of crazy idea you've ever thought of, no matter how crazy it is. It might be absolutely ridiculous, but just write down everything you can, and out of that you can eliminate the most ridiculous ones, and you'll come up with a strategy. You can do this if that's you. You absolutely 100% can. You can earn from your hobby. It might take time. You'll probably have to keep a job while you're doing it, while you're building that up, but it absolutely can be done. And next to this, next to the Temperance card, I should say, you've got that King of Pentacles, and that's showing you that you can do that. Again, the King of Pentacles has taken time to get to where he is. He's taken the long road. He's an old man. He's at the top of his game now because he's spent all his life doing that. So it is going to take you time. And you might say, well, it'll take me a long time before I make this money. It'll take me a long time. Yes, but those years ahead of you are going to go past whether you do this or not.